Phoenix Police!
Stop!
Hey!
Stop right now, or you're gonna get
Stop right now! We're in the back where the freezer's at.
You got the taser?
He's jumping all around.
I got, here, you wanna come this way with hands? I got
Phoenix Police, get your hands up now!
Dave, no audio.
Please get your hands up now was the last thing I heard.
Mm-hmm. Don't touch me.
Did she put the taser in his hand?
Just that's what it looks like. She was doing good before, had him wrapped around the legs, but then she didn't holster her taser. That's just
Look what she just did.
I see it. This is crazy.
She puts the taser in the suspect's hand.
Wow.
This is crazy.
Wow.
Welcome back, my PBN family. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. We have a pretty good squad today. We got the best squad. I ain't even going. I was trying to be a little bit modest. We got the best law enforcement analysts, individuals in social media, in TV world, wherever you think about. We have the best squad right now. We have from local city cop all the way to the feds. And we all have tremendous amounts of accolades for our outstanding contribution to law enforcement in our community. This particular video, we seen two officers. It looks like it was a commercial property. The guy was inside. He ran in. He did a little bit of run around. They got him to the ground. One was a female, one was a male. The male was pretty much going hands-on. The female takes out her taser, and we was looking at it. It looked like she literally just put the taser in the suspect's hand, and he was able to take the taser from the suspect. Well, the suspect was able to take the taser from the officer. Then now the officer that was on top, the male officer, actually had to pull away because he's now afraid of getting tased, and then he used deadly force. Unjustified. You can't have bad tactics and then justify the use of deadly force. We got thousands of hours of training, in-service training, over and over again. And I see it. I hate when the average citizen looks at it like, well, he could have tased the officer and incapacitated him, then took the gun. You have all these what ifs. If the training was followed, those what ifs don't apply. And so when you don't do it right, and it ends up in some bad results, then it's not justifiable. Like, it's just not justified at all. Go ahead, Shane. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, Joe. And I don't want to be biased to my female officers who's on the force right now, but you shouldn't go hands-on with a man. You should let the man go hands-on with a man to take down this guy. There's a lot of options that could have been used. I see that she grabbed the bottom of his legs, but she couldn't do anything. She was just holding on like for dear life. I saw her nails holding on, and then she had the taser still in her hand. And like you said, hand and taser. I just think this whole thing tactically was wrong. You have a lead officer, you have a second. The lead officer needs to take charge, and she could have backed up with the taser, but she went hands-on when physically the strength is different. There's two different things. This guy got adrenaline run. He jumped over like Spider-Man over a couple of boxes, flew through the doors. Let the male officer take the lead on this. He should have been a better job in directing what's going on. We all know too that because of being a female officer, the fear factor, the threshold is a little lower than me, you, Joe, or OG. We can take a lot more. I think she was afraid, she was nervous, and a lot of times that make you make mistakes and these mistakes can cost you your life. So this is, man, this is bad on all accounts. You know, she tried putting it on. She gave it an effort. I'll give her E for effort and a T for nice try. But as far as tactically concerned, this was completely wrong. This was completely wrong. I hope that they turned out okay and got the suspect under arrest. But we got to follow tactics. We got to follow our training, and do not give the suspect the advantage. She gave it to him. She gave him the advantage to incapacitate herself and also the other officer. So if you're new on the force, if you've seen this for a while, if you're a veteran, this is something to look at for an in-service of what not to do. I hand it back to you, Joe.
Before we put the tone, right? Let me push the envelope a little bit with you, Shane, right? I love how you just like treading the water just a little bit. We all know about our boy Dominique, right?
Yes, sir.
Not give a lot of credentials when it comes down to officers being on the job because of incidents like this. Mm-hmm. They want equal. They want the same type of treatment. They want the same type of respect. But now you're telling a female officer she shouldn't go hands-on, right? Are you kind of like the balance is kind of shifting in his argument that female officers shouldn't be going hands-on with individuals? Or what are you saying?
I'll say this: if it's another female, yes, you know, it's kind of even. But the strength factor and the fear threshold puts you at a little disadvantage. The height, size, the weight, and don't get me wrong. You have some very good female officers. I've seen some that can take a dude down. We have them, but there's few far in between. That's not the norm. You have some of our sisters who are exceptional, but when you're 5'2" and 5'4", you're 110 pounds soaking wet, and you have teenagers, 13, 14, 15, with little testosterone can throw you on the ground. What are you going to do with a man? Now, I think it's honorable that you want to serve the public and be a police officer. That's an honorable job. But you got to really know what you're really physical able to do and what you're capable of. Something that OG mentioned before from the last episode was that, have you had a fight before? Can you handle yourself in that predicament? Let's say if the male wasn't there. Are you able to take that male down yourself? Are you able to use your verbal? What tools do you have? So I just think that, again, she tried hard. She put her arms around him, and I know she wanted to do the right thing. I just think that, how can I say this? It makes the situation a little more difficult when there's a female engage. Now, female to female, all day long. Do your thing, sister. That's why we have you out there. A lot of times, male officers, we can't pat you down and all that. Unless there's things there. As far as HR is concerned, let my sister handle it. Go ahead, girl. Do your thing. You take the lead. I got your back. But when it's a reverse, and it's a dealing with a male, I prefer let me take the lead. Back me up. Call for backup. Let's work on this together. That's and I'm not trying to be biased, Joe, or make my sisters feel bad. It's just what I've seen when I was working out in the field. I had to rescue sisters and help them out because they got themselves in a little trouble. So God bless them, and I wish them the best, Joe.
All right, I appreciate that. A shout out to Big Les. She joined the live. She's one of the original supporters for PBM. Appreciate the support, Les. Tone, go ahead. What do you think about it?
I'm gonna say, it's the way I describe it is, you follow the path of least resistance as the suspect, right? Where he's going to get the least resistance, that's the path where he's going to go to escape. So I heard the male officer more loudly, more commanding. The female was more passive. Now, don't get me wrong. And again, when we look at the law of physics and man and makeup of our genetics, right? A man is more dominant than a female, right? But if the female is dominant, because there are some men who are not, right. And I'd rather have a strong female than a weak male. And in this case, we had a weak female who delivered the weapon to the male. And as a result, we have a problem where, it was established where he should have took the lead, as Shane said. She should have took the supporting role and then you could actually do something. But I'm saying we have men and women. We have strong and we have weak. You know, sometimes you could be strong verbally and not as physically and have control of a situation. In this case, she didn't have it. The male did. And as a result, we got just some chaos.
Right. I like how you guys are really treading the waters. I appreciate that, especially with Liz and Tawana and one of our favorite supporters. Go ahead, OG. Go ahead, close it out.
First things first. The suspect was nonverbal. Wasn't saying anything. Wasn't acknowledging their statements. Second thing, somebody has to drop the weapon down to put hands on. Somebody has to. In this situation, it should have been the male officer. Okay, and what he should have done was taken advantage of the fact that this clown was climbing down off of a bunch of packages. He should have reached up and helped him come down the packages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you want to get him off his balance and get him to the ground as quickly as possible. So when he's trying to balance himself on the packages, that's when you snatch him up and make sure he gets to the ground forcibly with a little extra oomph on the backside. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then she got him covered with the taser. So you got him off balance. You get him to the ground. Now you got control. Now let's go back to old school 101. 101. Where the head go, the body will follow. Once you get control of that head, okay, all right, you got him. Head and waistband, you got the head down, you got the waistband, you got your leverage, you know what I'm talking about, Tone? And ain't much he can do with that, right? Then the female puts up her taser and she puts that one handcuff on, and then you hook him up and make sure he feel a little pain, right? Okay, what's he gonna do then? He's gonna put the other hand back there, right? But you got your weight on him, right? So let's make sure that they go through the changes where they understand. You don't let them get the drop on you. You don't be courteous and let them climb down. I'm gonna give you a little help, okay? And make sure that you get down where I can take control of the situation.